As I was walking one day and walking alongside the road, and I walked up to the women's ministry, and I didn't even know it was a women's ministry here. And I remember being hungry, and I didn't have a coat, and I remember them feeding me lunch that day and giving me a coat. And that's when it was in eyesight. That John 3:16 was out there, but I wasn't ready for help yet.
Well, I'm an alcoholic, so life was pretty miserable before I came here. I had a lot of processing that I needed to do of some events in my life that I was kind of burying.
Life before John 3:16 was very lonely. It was very dark. I isolated from all my family and my friends. I didn't know how to help myself, so I couldn't even imagine how they would know how to help me.
Yeah, I thought that the world kept turning, kept moving, so I didn't have time to process or grieve. So instead of doing that, I self-medicated, and eventually got to the point where I ended up in the hospital a couple times actually, but the last time was the worst time, just from drinking too much. And I had the person I was living with at the time, they called my family and stayed with my mom for a couple weeks, got better, and they helped me find John 3:16.
On the journey of the recovery that I was needing to go on, several people had tried to help me. There was a 9-month span period where there was a lot of help. Tulsa's a great area to get help, but I wasn't ready. And I knew when I went to the Refuge program, it was done. It was real.
My mom knew a friend of hers that she went to church with, whose daughter, I think, knew about the program or had gone through it. I can't remember. So we looked it up online, and I immediately thought, oh no, I'm going to be sent to another state. I was in Arkansas at the time. I'm going to be sent to another state for a whole year to this culty Jesus Bible camp. And I was not stoked about it.
I was going to Refresh. You're able to come to John 3:16 Refresh program and do laundry and get a meal, get coffee. And I was going Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I found out about the Renew program, and I put my application in. And I actually put my application in from Grand and Pryor. That's how far away I was. And I knew I was trying to get back to something, and I wanted to go to John 3:16.
The first time I looked at it, I was like, this is not the place for me. This is, they're going to shove religion down my throat. They're going to shove Jesus down my throat, and I'm just going to end up hating religion, hating everything about it. But I looked at it a second time, and I saw the farm and the cows and the bees, and I was like, okay, maybe.
I had to learn my feelings, all the hurts. You have a lot of shame, you have a lot of guilt of the things that you've done in your past. But in the different phases, I was able to have the tools and utilize the tools and the resources that John 3:16 gave me to help me heal.
It was, I don't want to say it was rough in the beginning, but I just kind of felt like I was floating through. So it wasn't until I was sitting on the back porch that, and just, looking out over the farm and the trees, that I just realized, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to change my life here. And once I realized that that responsibility was on me now, everything started to fall into place after that.
I've learned throughout the program to be more intentional and to listen to people, because the Lord speaks through us. And my aha moment was that He was always there all along, but He had to set me down and help me go through a structure of, knowing life is good. life can be good?
I tried to exercise my, my mental fortitude as much as I could here, and try to practice all the tools that I learned here, like everything in therapy, from dialectical behavioral therapy to cognitive behavioral therapy. I try to apply those whenever I go through tough things, but ultimately, it's God. Like I'm only in control of so much, so He takes care of the rest. Yeah.
What gave me strength and got me through some of the most groveling times was knowing that I could have connection with my family again, knowing that I get to have my family again. Times get tough sometimes, but the Lord has given me patience to let that process take through. Yeah.
Strengthening my relationship with God, man, that's a tough question, because it's the reason I'm healthy now,
Yeah. He's provided everything that we need. We need to fully entrust in Him. And it takes a lot of pressure off of life as well, knowing that I have Him to rely on.
I gotta stay in community. Yeah, I gotta be with people, and it makes me excited to be with people now. Shout out to my discipleship coach, Jessica, for showing me all kinds of different things, from rock climbing to skydiving.
You are the company you keep. Stay connected to people that are godly people. Make your circle tight.
My advice for people coming into the program would be you have to work it. It is your life. Yeah, and it's your responsibility.
You're only going to get what you put in. And how serious are you about life? And don't give up. It's so worth it. Love yourself. Love yourself, then you shall love others. And you can't give love unless you love yourself first.